Welcome to the BobbleOn podcast, where we're committed to providing practical advice and strategies to increase your revenue, unify your team, and create accountability throughout your organization. Let's go! I'm done announcing the number of episodes we're on. This is season 2.
Sometime in season 2.
This is
It's deep into season 2. Season 2, deep.
I'm just gonna enjoy every time we hit record.
I like that.
Yeah.
But you and I never hit record. ZB hits record. You mean start like us?
Newman.
Hey, you notice that every single episode ZB has us move around into different positions in here?
Go on.
Do you think that he has his favorite positions, like where our chairs are, where the background is?
He's got a big smile on his face right now.
So he likes the paneling.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
Big wood panel guy.
So, what are we talking about today? Today's a little special, a little unique, and we thought it would be the perfect, best topic to talk about. What are we talking about?
It's alley-oop if I've never gotten that high close to the rim.
You typically alley-oop me. For years, you've been alley-ooping me, and I'd be like, oh, that's easy. I know the answer. We talked about that already.
Well, today we're talking about an announcement that most of you, this will air on Monday. Most of you probably already know if you're in the insurance community, but we decided to bring on a partner at G&N, and now Matt and I do not own G&N, and we want to talk about the transition, the why behind it, the emotion throughout it, what's going to happen in the future. We want to have fun with it.
Yeah.
This episode will not be an advertisement on why you should do what we did. It's more just about why we did what we did.
I thought that's what this episode was. I thought we were advertising. No, it's a hot topic that we've been, I think people talk about succession planning, or they talk about selling, or should I not, when should I, when's the right time, all the reasons why people do or don't. And I think it's like until you kind of go through it, you really don't know what to expect. And it's this thing that's like mystical and sort of like, oh, one day that'll happen.
Yeah.
Well, we went through and we learned a lot, and we want to talk about it because we think the community will benefit from it.
Absolutely. I mean, BobbleOn, our workshops are for growth-focused, culture-focused clients. And we are that way, so why would you sell? And it'll be interesting to talk about it. We're excited about it.
Yeah.
But first, I'm going to alley-oop you.
Nice. Alley-oop, a small little basketball. I'm going to slam that down.
Give me your personal best
My
of the week.
personal best this past week was definitely a moment with Parker that I had this past week. And actually, for the first time in a while, it was when Sadie wasn't there. And Sadie's been such a hero, such a champ. She's been great with feeding. She's been awesome and attentive, patient with him. She's like really just an awesome mom. And I'm so proud of her. And I'm also grateful. But this one moment did not include her. Love you, babe. She went out with Belle, our dog, and to give her a bath and a walk around. And I had like an hour and a half with Parker. And I didn't know what to do. So to pass the time, I started singing to him. And I'm not good with lyrics. Like I can't remember more than one line. So I pulled up all the lyrics to a bunch of songs. And I sung to him like What a Wonderful World and Yesterday from the Beatles. And just a bunch of classics. Ain't No Sunshine by Withers. And watching him just like watch me, it's just such a cool moment. And he definitely smiled a few times. It had nothing to do with me singing, but I think he just like pooped and he just smiled because of it.
That's
but
cool.
I'm gonna count it kind of as something I did.
Yeah.
It's just a special moment. I filmed his reactions the whole time, which is cool.
That's cool. That'll be one you'll say forever.
Yeah.
I think moments alone with your kid are going to be forever fun. They're just always fun. It's cool you got some early ones.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, it was cool. It was nice.
I like that.
I'll show him one day and he'll be like, wow, you really
With the high note.
Went downhill.
Ain't No Sunshine has some high notes.
It's true. That's true. Well, you start lower and then your high notes are medium.
Yesterday is more mellow tone. I can see you rocking Yesterday.
Yesterday is easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get a clip
By
of
the way,
that.
good movie.
I'll get a clip of that, Sadie.
I didn't know if I showed her. Actually, I did show her. And she said, you're a half decent singer. And I was like, that's really nice.
Yeah.
Sandy gave me an A-. I said, Sandy, I'm no better than a B- at best, but I appreciate you.
I like that.
What about you? Personal highlight for the week?
Personal highlight, easy one for me to do, but it was Halloween, and I know the specific moment. So I dressed up as Spider-Man. My son Mason loves Spider-Man. I decided to dress up as Spider-Man. and I didn't show it to him at all. He didn't know about it. And I put the whole thing on, and he had his costume on, and Emma was Queen Elsa from Frozen. And seeing him look up at me for the very first time and really see me like in the Spider-Man costume, his very first reaction was just a huge smile and goes, "I love you, Dad." And it was just awesome. Emma did not get it. Emma like absolutely did not get it. And what was happening was we were walking to go out to the party, and Mason and Emma are just walking alongside me, like looking up at me, and they're not looking where they're going. And Mason's just kind of like walking like this, and Emma just goes boom, right into the wall. She literally just walked into a wall. She was looking up, and Chris and I were just roaring with laughter, and Emma and Mason were laughing, and it was just like a really fun moment. And I was not the only dad who dressed up.
Really?
Which I was pumped about.
That's cool.
Thank you, Dino. I appreciate you.
What did Dino dress up as?
Dino and Val and their kids all dressed up from the movie Frozen. So that was cool. KG wore bunny ears and was like a cat. Wah, wah. Better than that.
For those, I mean, there's different variations of Spider-Man costumes. I think, they sell Spider-Man like slip-on hats that are like plastic hats. I've seen those before. You could even maybe have some gloves or whatever. But yours was a onesie.
It was a onesie.
It was a full onesie where like your hands were covered. There was no like zipper around your hand or a glove. It was a part of the costume.
Yeah, you literally could not answer your phone or really put on shoes with this. It was aggressive.
I had to put on his shoes. I had to put on Spider-Man shoes.
It was a little strange when I was chatting with KG because I told her, I was like, yeah, it was a one-size-fit-all. I don't understand. Like, I typically on one-size-fit-all, it usually has plenty of room because it typically size it for someone like more like your size, like 6 foot tall in that range. And I was like, this barely fits. And she's like, it's not one-size-fit-all in the kids department. I was like, nothing I can reply to that. I was like, well, you didn't even dress up.
Yeah, bunny ears.
Yeah. But so yeah,
That's
Halloween really started off with a bang.
It's such a fun time. It's such a fun holiday. It's one of my favorite.
You guys dressed Parker up. You guys had a onesie.
Yeah, he was a onesie fox.
I love that.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah. It's such a fun time because it's like low drama.
Yeah.
Typically it's just everyone's having a good time and dressing up and being make believe, which is fun for kids and fun for adults.
Awesome.
So.
It's great.
Hey. Just to start us off, I think what would be good for the listeners is to understand the framing of this. And, the most common question that we've gotten in the last 3 days, right? What are you doing now? Where are you headed? What's happening? I think that's something we can tackle right off the bat to explain what this actual sale meant, like what it actually looks like, the internal workings of it. And then we could talk a little bit about the why behind it.
I love it.
Yeah. So that was partly alley-oop. But
I'm not a good dunker.
No. Yeah. I think it's pretty easy to say that for us, we would have never decided to partner with a company if we thought that it was meant for Zack and Matt to walk away in the sunset. We are young, we are competitive, we are aggressive, we are excited about the future. We love to create, and we're super proud about this company that we've built.
Yeah.
We are nowhere near finishing.
No.
What the journey looks like.
No. And what matters to you and I, first and foremost, is the people, meaning the people who are on our team and the people who we are going to be partnering with. What matters second is the growth and the impact in the industry.
Right.
We weren't willing to compromise one for the other, and that's why we took a good amount of time interviewing our partners. Like for you and I, there was no question what we wanted to do in the future and where we wanted to go and who we wanted to do it with. We weren't sure whether a partner existed that wanted to view what Matt and Zack and the G&N team as exciting.
Yeah, well said.
Yeah, well, where do you want to go?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of partners out there who are perfect if you actually don't want to continue the journey anymore.
Yep,
and
the majority of them are.
If you're tired, if you're frustrated, there's a lot of great solutions out there. I would say more.
Yeah, there's more opportunity for people who really want to just exit, who want to just exit and say, I built a great thing and I'm passing the baton off. We didn't want to pass the baton off, but we wanted to say, hey, how can we level up? How can we run faster with the baton? And that was really the search that we made. It's like, we went into it saying like, there's a 5% chance that we find a partner. There's a 5% chance we're going to find the ideal, perfect candidate to partner with.
Amen.
To check all the boxes we need to check to say, yes, we're comfortable with this, because we didn't need to do this. And through our research, there was a lot of companies that have done a wonderful job that we just said, you know what? Easy to eliminate, not because they're not good companies, it's just not the right fit for us.
Sure.
We'd have to change the logo, we'd have to change the brand, we'd have to maybe let go of some people, we'd have to change some salaries, all this. That was not of any interest.
No.
We did not want anyone to come in here and say, you have to change even 5% of your agency. Because we really worked hard and believe that what we've done at G&N is pretty special.
Yeah.
And we didn't want to have to tell the team, hey, by the way, sorry, but Jimmy is no longer with the team because it's already taken by corporate.
Totally right. And the partner that we found is a partner that's like, you want to change the benefits? Cool, go do. You want to change the bank account? Okay, no one's going to care. You want to change the number of times our employees are paid? Not really a problem. Bi-weekly or bi-monthly or weekly, it's all the same. That is not why G&N exists, and that's not why we operate or where we want to go. So to us, like, that part was very negotiable. Where do we want to land on? What's non-negotiable is what you just said so well. Don't touch our culture, and maybe don't even make recommendations on our culture. That's what we want to run. That's who we want to run. If you want to do background checks on employees that we want to hire in the future, by all means,
thank you.
Cool. Take that cost. So be it. Don't tell us that commercial will be better for us, and maybe you shouldn't focus so much on personal lines insurance. Hey, do you really care about this whole real estate game?
Right.
That's not what we're into.
No. Yeah,
right? And we didn't have to sacrifice that.
No, the Hilb Group, HILB, is the partner we landed on, and really it was because they appreciated what made us special and what makes all the agencies that work with them special. They didn't want to change any of that. And they were really forthright in saying that. We were saying so. They were like, you know what? We really appreciate what you guys are doing. We think you can help us a ton. We would love to partner with you. And you guys maintain the autonomy. You maintain the independence. You continue to run the company. And we're going to be your backer. We're going to be able to be a great resource for you if you have questions about the future. If you're forecasting, if you're looking to acquire, if you want to grow more, both organically and inorganically, use us as a sounding board, because we've got the finances, we're backed by private equity, we've got big pocketbooks, and we can help make those decisions with you. And those were blind spots that we kind of felt like we still had, that they were able to help remove for us.
I think that's really well put. The other thing you and I didn't want to do is the other option. And the other option was really bring on a CFO or someone to fund us or help us with that type of decision. Because one, I don't really know what we would do. We're not 100% sure. And you and I probably hate that person. Like, having a CFO work with two visionaries, it's a relationship that's destined to not work too well. If it's day by day and that person's in here and that person's way too focused on EBITDA and profits, and that's so important, but that's not what grabs you and I and drives you and I to lead a team. That's just a byproduct of doing your job well. So taking a look at a partner, like you said, who has 90 agencies under their belt and it has almost 1,000 souls who work with them every single day, to us, it's like another version of a BobbleOn. It's like they have some of the best practices. Let's learn the best practices in the finance field and keep doing what we want to do over here.
Yeah.
It's a perfect partnership.
Yeah, I think what we realized is that in order to grow to the heights we want to grow, we had to do something different than what we've done in the past.
Amen.
And finding the right partner was not on the list of like, we have to do this.
No.
But in the process, we learned that all the advantages of this. Yeah, and some people make this, listen, we're not saying that the decision doesn't also come down to market timing and multiples that are out there and what one company will pay versus another. Those are all influences. Those are all factors. But that's not what's driving the decision. It's, do I still get to feel like I'm coming to work every day, being the entrepreneur, being the decision maker, the manager? Do I still have control over the culture, that kind of stuff? And this company was a perfect partner for that.
It's a great partner. We've had a lot of conversations since then, and there have been a lot of great questions posed. One of the questions that I think just bears repeating is, are you going to focus way more on BobbleOn now? Do you not focus on G&N now? Or does BobbleOn still exist? What's going on there? And we're really happy to kind of get back to the agency. It's like, we are even more fueled to make sure that G&N hits bigger goals. And we know the BobbleOn system works. We know it because we've run G&N on BobbleOn for such a long time. And when we were in all these meetings with all these different partners, they looked and they said, oh my goodness, thank goodness you guys do weekly meetings. Thank goodness you guys have a leadership team. Thank goodness you guys don't make all those decisions. Thank goodness you guys don't do all the sales. Because then it doesn't matter how big your team is, you're the reason it's successful. That's it. It's you. And then they have to, how do you quantify yourself? You're never going to feel like you get the number you want.
Yeah, exactly.
So the BobbleOn system works.
Yeah, when they looked at it and said, you have an organizational chart that's really working on a daily, weekly, monthly basis to make decisions, small decisions and big decisions, to delegate appropriately. We don't want to touch that. Like, you're not going to start reporting to somebody else. The org chart's not changing. It's staying exactly the same. We love that you're doing that. And actually, a lot of our other agencies could learn from that.
Yes.
And so I think our ability to impact a greater community, a larger community is there. They also are smart. Like, they know that if you open a business or you run the business and you are incentivized and motivated by growth mentality, by like winning, by like whatever, doing something more than what you're doing now, they need to make sure that you're incentivized continually. Like, so it's not just like, hey, now you're an employee and that's all you gotta do. They tie in their growth incentives with ours. And really they're gonna reward the agency if we continue to perform and excel and achieve our goals. Yeah. And that's really important for us because I think, you and I both are competitive. We both wanna achieve new things and do new things. And it'd be kind of weird to just become an employee and start just checking in, checking out.
Yeah. Yeah, you said it best earlier too. Like, heaven forbid the next 10 years look like the last 10 years. And it's not that we need to make bigger revenue goals. It's not that we need to be the biggest insurance agency in Massachusetts. No, it's just we don't want the same growth trajectory and the same thing to happen the first 10 to happen the second 10. We want to shoot for something a little bit bigger. We want to shoot for something that means a little bit more to our team. We want to shoot for it to matter more to our insurance community, and we think this partner helps us solve all of it. It's fun to know that we didn't have to do this and we made a decision. It's very similar to tough decisions. Tough decisions you just have to make. You have to just think about it. I'm glad we made the decision on our own accord and our own terms. We've had a lot of good calls, like I was saying before, with other independent insurance agents across the country, and some have just reached out and said, I just can't believe it, and I just want to hear more about it. That's why we really wanted to do this podcast. We really wanted to just hear from our own words.
Yeah, part of it, one common question, as we said earlier, is what are you doing now? Yeah. And we wanted to make sure that everyone knows out there that we are dedicated to G&N. We are fully involved, very interested, excited about the growth. We're not lifting the pencils and moving the papers like we weren't 2 weeks ago.
We don't have papers.
You're right, we don't have papers. But we're super involved and we're really aggressive and interested in the growth of G&N and very tied into it. And same with BobbleOn. So nothing changes in that sense. And we are really excited about continuing to help agencies, the ones that currently we work with and the ones we work with in the future. But this was, as you said, something that needed to happen. That's the catalyst to create more. I think that's what we were looking for, is what's going to be that catalyst to help us grow. And there are agencies out there that only grow through acquisition. We know a lot of them. A lot of them are our clients. And the cool thing about a partnership like this is that you can continue to do that. Yes. You just use someone else's money, which is kind of cool.
It's really nice.
And there's a lot of clients that we have that are organic only, that they've never bought, like we've never bought. And this type of partner really helps with that as well, saying like, okay, let's make sure you grow profitably. Let's make sure you make the right decisions, hiring decisions, et cetera. Sure. We saw a lot of value in both.
Yeah. There were two things, though, that were a huge worry to make sure we're super transparent. We did not know how our team would take it, and we did not know how our referral partners would take it. We were not worried about our clients. To our clients, like, literally nothing changes, not even the paper. Like, it doesn't matter at all. We still have all the same markets.
We have more now.
Yeah, we have more. Yeah. It doesn't matter per se. To our team, though, it's a massive shift. It's a massive shift. And so we'll talk in future in different podcasts probably about maybe how to convey tough messages and that kind of stuff. And not that we're perfect, but that we just learned through this transaction. But what's really exciting is our team took it very well. Our team is still learning, still asking great questions, still challenging us. But what I thought was really cool is our referral partners took it awesome. Our referral partners took it as like excitement. I can't wait to see what you guys do next. Like, this is great. Awesome move, et cetera, et cetera. We didn't have any of our referral partners reach out to us and say, give anything about the, is it different now?
Yeah, no, they're super excited.
Yeah.
All they need to know is are you guys still? Yep, cool, sounds good. We're in it.
Is the email address still the same, or is it now the Hilb Group?
Right.
That's kind of it.
Right.
Outside of that. So that was exciting. The team, it's an everyday process. I think that's the same before this. We've had some bad moments at G&N with or without tough transition.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I think we missed payroll one time a long while back. And
I don't know if that happened, but probably happened.
But I mean, you know, like we've done some in like 2013. I remember people got paid on a Thursday instead of a Friday. It screwed things up.
Well,
like,
we had to do layoffs back in 2012 or 2013.
Yeah, sometime back then. Yeah.
Because we made some financial decisions that we forecasted more growth than we actually had, and we didn't budget for that, and that was far worse than any type of transition with a partner that you've already vetted out and done all the research. But I would say that one of the harder things is like when you're evaluating whether or not a partnership or an M&A of any sort is the right for you, is that the mistake is to try to consider, is this the perfect timing?
Yeah, true.
Because whenever I got in my head, is this the best time? You almost automatically think of the what if, like the downside. If we do it now, what if we grow bigger and we can do more tomorrow? Or is this the best time for the multiples and all those things? It's almost like you got to remove that from your head and say, am I doing it for the right reasons, right? And is this the right partner? Does this partner allow us to continue to be challenged on a day-to-day basis? Because challenge is so important in our lives.
Very true.
And are we doing it for the right reasons? Are we just doing it for money, or are we actually doing it for the right reasons? Are we going to actually choose our people over the dollar sign? And I think that both things, once we both checked those boxes with Hilb, we said, yep, awesome, let's move.
Fun, man. Well, there you have it. I mean, that's behind the scenes of what we did and how we thought about it. You know, like we said earlier, we got our company evaluated every single year. Whether it be for bank loans, whether it be for mortgages or whatever we necessarily had to do. And we decided this was the best time because of where we're trying to go. Like Matt just went over, not because of the market per se, not because of anything. Where we wanted to go, this partner aligned with them. And this podcast certainly is not an advertisement for the Hilb Group, because many of you listening, one, may not even own your agency completely by yourself already. Two, the Hilb Group might not be the best fit for you. Or three, you might not even want to do it at all. But we want to make it really clear that you should know the worth of your company regardless of what you want to do. So from this podcast, reach out to Matt and I via DM or text or call us or via the website if you just want to chat about how this transition went or about like where it's going. And we'd be happy to chat about it with you. But the conversation will not be an advertisement for the Hilb Group. That's not what we're going
if you call Zack, he will not advertise. You call me, I'm advertising. I mean, we're both fans, right? So we're biased because we went through 10 different and we decided them. So we're not going to also push away from them.
No,
but
not at all.
That's not the point. The point is this is a topic that's on everyone's mind, a little bit or a lot. Right now or in the future or in the past is always a topic that's of discussion. So please use us as a resource. Reach out to us. Ask us. Like, we can go into more detail too. We're not going to go in more detail right now, but if you have specific questions that we can answer, like we're open. We're here to answer those questions. And we went through it all. I mean, this is a long process. This is a long, arduous process, and we're super thrilled at the outcome. But man, there was a lot of roller coasters along the way, and it was an emotional process. And we're so happy that right now we can sit in these chairs and feel good about the decision.
Did you check to see if anyone at the Hilb is a redhead?
Yes, and there's two people. One is fake, and the other person's almost bald. So we're good.
But you're good.
No, I did not check that. I did not check that at all.
This is good. There are a lot of people on the team. I'm just curious.
That's true, yeah. Let's check 900 people. Or are you talking about corporate?
Corporate.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't think there's any redheads. That should have been something I checked, though. That would have derailed the deal quick. All right. Well, please, guys, reach out. We hope this was of value to everybody. We hope that this answered maybe 3 or 4 of your questions. If you have more, please reach out. We're happy to answer.
BobbleOn!
BobbleOn.